Okay, Torture Toffee here with Vero Calcio. Well, that's the name of his TikTok channel anyway. Name's actually Tommy. Tommy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate.
So we've got another Merseyside Derby around the corner. And last season was a rarity because we actually won one. So how do you see it going this time?
I think it'll be a comfortable win, I got to be honest with you, mate. I think just because of... I know he's been in the best form last season either to a degree, but I just think the way we are at the minute, the way we've tightened up at the back, I just see a comfortable win, mate, I really do. I don't think derbies are like the way they used to be either, mate.
No,
So
they're not.
I think, a lot of my views on, like, I'm a bit of a nostalgia merchant. That's a lot how the kids put it on TikTok towards me. And I just think if Everton had a chance to like the derbies used to be years back, bit of bite, you can't do that no more. So you can't, like,
I've said this a lot of times. I think it takes away from Everton having a slight chance in a derby. With the golfing clash in the teams, it's a lot harder for us to maybe use the dark arts, as you say,
yeah.
to try and level it up a bit. I mean, yeah.
I agree, mate. I just think, the way football's just gone in general, you can't tackle no more. And I think that was years back. I mean, I used to love all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
of
yard
course.
tackles in the middle of the park. That was what it was all about. And sometimes, just a little bit of intimidation can help you through the game. A couple of big tackles and it gets the crowd up, and then you're on it. So in that sense, that's where you never knew how a derby would fall in a sense. But I just think now, because of the way footy's gone, I feel like it's so predictable, isn't it? Now football, do you know
It
what
is.
I mean? And I just and that's how I just see it. I just see Liverpool just putting a professional display in, and I just see a comfortable win. Like, yeah.
I do, mate, to be honest with you. I've not got much hope, and I know I shouldn't say that. As an Everton fan, you should be more like positive going into a derby. But the last time we won one before April was like 2010. Like at Goodison, I mean. So the odds on winning two in a row, it's not looking good for us, is it?
No.
Especially with the way they're playing.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure you're glad to hear that anyway. So, have you got a prediction then?
I just think 2-0, 3-0, mate. I can't really, as far as Hughes goes up the top. I mean, whether Lewin's playing, obviously he can be a bit of a threat. I just don't see anything, mate. I really don't. And that's not me digging at Everton. Like, I just,
No, not mate. But it was
you
the way
know what I
down.
mean?
I'm saying the same.
Yeah. I just see 2-0, 3-0 comfortable, mate. I really do.
That's not nice to hear, but it is what it is, isn't it? I just hate that it's a half-12 kickoff, mate. I hate them. I fucking hate them.
Well, that's another thing, mate. Don't get me started on all that. Like the way, Sky Sports rule the kick-off times now. R12 obviously show the rest of the shine. I can watch the game, and
Exactly.
I just miss the old days, mate. 3 o'clock kick-off. Few pints before it, bet, all that, you know what I mean? But it's, as I say, you're restricted now. It's like a lot of Liverpool kick-offs. I mean, we had one, I think it was Villa, a few weeks ago. Freaking 8 o'clock on a Saturday night,
Yeah.
And some of the
I remember
kick-offs,
that.
yeah, it's just madness to me, like. But it is the way it is, I suppose, you know what I mean?
I was talking about this with someone. I said, I can't remember the last time a Merseyside derby was played at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Like, there isn't even one in my head, what I can think of.
No. It's just all about the TV now. It's dictated by what they want, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So,
it's a shame, isn't it? Because 3 o'clock
yeah.
of a Saturday is brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, that was great.
I think so, anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So, top of the league at the moment. Where do you think you're staying there now?
Normally, I'd always say, obviously, wait till Crimbo, get them load of fixtures done over Christmas, and then you can analyse it type of thing. But I just think, if we do City, it's very hard. I think so, like, and it just seems too early to say. Anything can happen, I suppose, but we're in a very, very good place. I'd be very, very surprised if we didn't, put it that way. I don't want to say we'll win it yet. Do you know what I mean? You just don't know, do you?
You don't? Are you actually going to Derby, by the way?
No. I'm going to try and get a ticket. if I can. But at the minute, no.
Missing the last one at Goodison, eh?
I know.
Have you got it?
Going, mate?
I am, yeah. I've got a season ticket. Glutton for punishment, mate. But what I was going to say was, obviously being the last season at Goodison, as I mentioned, now it doesn't have to be a moment with Liverpool, but it probably will be. Do you have a favourite memory of Goodison Park? And if you say Gary McAllister, I'm just going.
Probably is. That, to be fair, mate. There's a few.
I think most Reds are going to say Gary McAllister. Like.
Yeah, there's loads of. I mean, listen, one of my favourite goals was remember when Gerrard scored and he ran off like that.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Like I love
that
goal.
It, mate.
Yeah. Without being boring, mate. Yeah, it's probably Gary Mac, just because of the way it was. It was last second, and it was just a brilliant goal. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I remember about that? When you got that free kick, I thought, these are going to score here. So everyone was stood up, and I just sat down. So I couldn't see nothing that was going on. I didn't see the goal. I just looked at your fans. I was sitting there looking at your fans, seeing them jump up, and I just got up and walked out. I was just expecting it. But yeah, I don't think he ever had the right to score from there. Like,
no, well, I forget he was in goal now. What was the last
Gerrard, Paul Gerrard, I think it was.
Who?
Paul Gerrard, do you remember him?
Was he?
No. Yeah.
I thought it was. I forget the lad's name now. But anyway, yeah, you could see
I
it.
think it was him anyway. I try and block it from my memory, mate. I might be wrong, but yeah. But here's a hard question for you, especially with the way the teams are at the moment. If you had to take one player from Everton's team and they have to start, and you can't just put them on the bench, they have to start. If you're replacing someone, who are you going to do and why?
Replace one of ours?
You've got to. I mean, I think the obvious one, not obvious because your centre halves are brilliant, but you could say Brantwaite because he's probably our best player, isn't he? But your defence has been solid this season, so that's hard as well, isn't it? Just with Van Dijk getting a little bit older, though, that could be the one, couldn't it?
Possibly, yeah. I like him. I actually don't mind Sarkowski, because he's a dirty bastard.
He is, yeah.
And he just takes no messing. And I think he going back to what I was saying before about the way footy's changed, he's one of them players. He'd fold you in half him. He'd sort you out good stars, you know what I mean? And I think
remember when he played for Burnley and we had Richarlison and he put him in the stand? This is just no message.
Yeah, that's great. I love all that.
Yeah. I think I spoke to you about it. I remember Tim Cahill saying when he used to play derbies years ago, he said that was his like go-to straight away. Just hit one of them hard and early and let them know they're in for the game. And a lot of them can't. A lot of players freeze with it, don't they? If they get it early, they freeze. But as you say, can't do it no more.
No.
One of my earliest memories of a derby where he was murdered. It's actually my earliest memory of being in a derby I can remember was actually your team fighting with each other, Grobbelaar and McManaman. Do you remember it?
Yeah. Remember that, yeah.
It was right behind that in the Gladys Street. I think it was Mark Ward's goal for us. They haven't really went for each other.
I was at that game.
Was you?
Yeah. God, that was madness. Long time ago, that now, mate.
It was a long time ago. Still one of my best memories, though, because I don't get a lot of them. Yeah, I think Cotty scored later on. I can't remember. I think it was him. So, yeah, what about tonight then, Real Madrid?
I think we'll do them, mate. They're not in the best of form, are they? Listen, anything can happen, because they've got great players, you know what I mean? I've watched a bit of them. I do watch a bit of La Liga, to be honest with you, and just a bit it's too much ego there. And I always thought that would happen anyway. I think a few people did once Mbappe went in there. I think there's just too much ego. And as you've seen years ago with the Galacticos, I think something similar happened with them years back.
Yeah.
You can have all these great players, but it doesn't necessarily work. And I just think with us being at home, I think the crowd are getting up for it now. Because I've had my little moans about that on TikTok.
I know, it's like they've listened to you, innit?
I said that, I know, yeah. But that is what helps, mate. It really does. It's drove me mad for years. The Anfield is great on European nights. The Derby, United, to a degree. but you could see it. It's just so different from years back. So yeah, that was part of me moaning about that. And I just think if you can generate that atmosphere, which I'm sure we will tonight, I think we'll beat them, mate. I think we've got more than enough. More than enough.
I don't watch a lot of La Liga, but I watch a lot of Real Madrid games, and I can't see them even getting a draw, to be honest with you. I think Mbappe's totally ruined the whole dynamic of that team. He's just, I don't know, it doesn't work through the middle, does he? But I think Vinicius is out tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he might put Mbappe out left and change it up a bit, but
yeah.
I don't think he doesn't work through the middle for me. He's absolutely ruined them.
He has. I don't even, I mean, last season, the way they had Vinny, they had the other lad, Rodrigo. He was great down that side. And obviously they had Bellingham making late runs through the middle, and it worked. It was great.
Yeah.
But it just shows you, like, bring him in. He's not a centre forwards aren't even the same as they used to be either. Because you got to remember, when you've got your lads out wide now, I know their job is to assist also, but the job is to score. And if he's running down the middle, making runs, and Mbappe, it's like we have Nunes there. I know Nunes is not the best, don't get me wrong, but he's making runs, but they're not asked. They're all just about, I'm cutting in and I'm going to crack it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so I think, like, yeah, you're restricted on chances, aren't you? I think, yeah, if he's playing on the left tonight, you may see like a bit of a difference in Mbappe, maybe. But yeah, I see he's winning. Like, I got to be honest.
Yeah, I do. You going?
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good atmosphere, like you said. Like, so anyway, back to the Everton and Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you give Everton a chance of staying up?
Yeah, I do. To be fair, yeah, I think, like, who are we
and
now?
Honestly, and don't worry about offending me, would you like to see them go down?
No, I'm not.
Really?
No, because honestly, right, the reason why, listen, I am more about. I'd actually, loads of Liverpool fans would disagree with this. I don't mind Everton being up there. I'd rather
Just as
than as long as we win, mate. And I know that doesn't, probably in a way you'd have liked me to have said, I hope he's go fucking down, or you know what I'm saying. But it's just, I'd rather Everton be up there, have a good game, and we win, and you don't, if you know what I mean. And that's that.
No, I understand it. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Do I like Liverpool? No, I don't. But
Yeah,
all my best mates are Liverpool fans. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
I haven't got a best mate as an Evertonian as close as I have as a Copite. Know what I mean? Like, my best mates in the world are Copites, but even though I dislike Liverpool, but I've said this years ago, I would never like them to get relegated because people go, okay, they got relegated. It wouldn't. Why? There's no Merseyside Derby anymore. There's no, like, banter. There's nothing to look for. And I like the banter.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's some shit. Don't get me wrong. I'll have a good old laugh, mate, at your expense, being down the bottom end. You know what I mean, and all that. Wind up the lads and all that. And I'll wind them up because you do have a few who are really bitter, and I will have a good hard pop at them. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
that's part of it for me. And if they went down and there's no derby, I mean, friggin' hell, you want the derby there. But as soon as you get the fixture list, mate, you're looking. When are we playing the Blues with the Blue shite? And nearly said that. When are we playing the Blues? And when are we playing the Manx? And they're the two games. You look at, and obviously City, like, because they're a bit of a rival going for the league, and they're the games you're looking for. So yeah, I wouldn't want them to go, but just scrape it at the end of the season. Yeah. Last day of the season.
I don't like that though, mate.
That's
how I'll die. I'm convinced that's how I'm going to die one day. Just after that last game of the season. It's horrible. And so you've sat there knowing that one goal could change the whole fucking season. You could go down. Like when we were 1-0 up to Bournemouth last game of the season. It's scary, mate. It really is. It's horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine, mate.
There's a part of me thinks that. Go on, sorry.
How do you see it? How do you see it panning out?
I'm not 100% confident, but I just think we're better than at least 4 teams down there, which could be the reason that we stay up again. I think that's been the reason a few seasons on the run now. There's just been worse than what we are. I think Ipswich look good in patches, but overall they're easy to score against. Southampton look absolutely woeful, except they fucking beat us twice this season.
Yeah.
Leicester don't look great to me. Palace are looking dodgy, even though they've picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
I just think that's going to save us. Teams around us being worse.
Yeah, I think so, mate.
Yeah, another scary thing for me is I do think the league's done already. Like, I think these have won it.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
I can't see City getting that back now, especially when I can't see them beating us on Sundays. And then Arsenal, you know what Arsenal bottle jobs are, so they're not going to fucking win it.
No,
So yeah, that's it. And I'm always a Liverpool fan. You're always going to have that little bit of doubt because you're like, we'll have to see how it goes. I think just from the outside looking in, I just can't see you losing it now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. If we beat them, that's a big stretch. Then, you know, you saw it's 11 points then, isn't it? And looking at, I got to be honest with you, when I watched City against Tottenham the other day, sat down with me two lads, like, and I said, freaking out, like the team there, City's team, it just doesn't look right. And you've got that Gundogan who's they brought it back from Barca, he's getting on a bit. I think Bernardo, he was a great player, Bernardo Silva, but I think he's had his day, and all this tippy-tappy shite they do. Haaland's making runs, and it doesn't suit that. I know Haaland will get goals, but
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily.
No, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't suit his style of play, does it?
No. So, and yeah, Arsenal haven't got a forward, and I think Chelsea, I don't really rate it. I got to be honest with you, got some good young kids. Don't get me wrong, like, but I don't think they're do anything. So yeah, looks like we're winning the league, mate.
As long as Everton stay up, I really don't care, you know. I don't care. If someone says to me now, Liverpool are going to win the league, but you'll definitely stay up, I'll take it. You know what I mean? You'll have to, don't you? You'll have to.
What's your reckon on Dyche, mate? And any, like, incoming managers would you like to see?
Do you know what? I hate fucking getting on managers' backs all the time. I do. Oh, he's so stubborn, mate. He really is. He will not change. Like, I don't know if you heard me ranting about it the other day. We went down to 10 men. I mean, Brentford went down to 10 men. So, yeah, okay, I understand them seeing the rest of the first half out with exactly the same setup and not making any changes. You'd see the first half out, get in half time, but then make the changes. He just done nothing. Like, I thought straight away, right, Decore was shite in the first half. Get him off and get better up front. Go 4-4-2, pump balls into the box, and then ask your midfielders to make them right runs when you're pumping the balls in to Beto and Calvert-Lewin. Something might drop.
Yeah,
we're not blessed with unlocking the defence with a through ball. We haven't really got them type of players. But when you've got McNeil, he's got a decent left foot on him. You've got Ndiaye, Lindstrom, who was still on the pitch. If they can make them late runs for them and dropping around them too, because centre half get drawn in to strikers, especially when two big lumps are up there and balls getting pumped into them. The centre half shit themselves, and they get drawn right into them.
Yeah,
and it causes mayhem.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, which I thought, I could be wrong, I'm not a fucking manager, but that was common sense to me. Gets you up front now. He kept exactly the same, and it was after the 70th minute before he made any changes. Any at all, tactically or fucking substitution, and it just fucking really wound me up on the day, to be honest with you.
Would you not say you play long ball footy too much, or I haven't really had the chance to watch Everton too much, I've got to be honest with you.
I'd say we're very predictable.
Yeah.
Too slow. There's no pace in our team, really. The fullbacks can't cross. So, like, Michalenko's decent at defending, but once he gets up the pitch and you're used to watching Leighton Baines or Luka Digne with balls in with their left foot, and now you're watching Michalenko and he's fucking putting it out for a goal kick, it's fucking frustrating, mate. But we've got Ashley Young, so should be all right, eh? There's another guaranteed red card for the derby as well, Ashley Young. He's so fucking...
I think it's an hard one, mate, with Everton, mate. Like, as I say, I've got a few mates there who are Blues, and I just think the money side of things is obviously a massive issue. You know,
you don't want to get me started on that, mate, and I know you might have different opinions on it, but that FFP's a fucking joke to me.
No, it is a joke. It's, you know... Oh, mate, it's just football, isn't it, mate? It is a joke. Everything's corrupt. that's another conversation altogether. Do you know what I mean? You could go on forever about it. It's like, but yeah, I just think the lack of money spent by Everton, it's going to make it hard for Dyche. I know where you're coming from with Dyche, but like sometimes you look at it and I think he's got no fucking money. What can he do? You're playing Ashley Young right back or wherever
Yeah.
he's playing, and what can he do? What can he do?
I understand that point of view, but he doesn't help himself with what he says after games. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think we didn't score a single goal in November,
Mm.
and he's going on about keeping clean sheets, and you're like, mate, I'd rather win 2-1 and concede a fucking goal, keep clean sheets and draw games 0-0. Like, what are you going on about? You know what I mean? Like, he's frustrated. He takes pride in the clean sheets, but you need to fucking put the ball in the net to do the end, mate. You need to be more positive, and that's where it gets frustrating.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of managers come from, though, don't they? I think when they're going through bad times, they look at it in the sense of like, all right, let's start at the back, let's try and keep a clean sheet, and we'll try and go from there, type of thing. But again, yeah, I think it's hard. I've seen some of the signings who come in feel like, and to me, I watch some of them, and I just think I don't even know how to get a fucking contract to be like a professional football. Some of them are shockers, you know what I mean? And
Better, right?
yeah, and and you know what? He wasn't he was crying, wasn't he? On the when he got interviewed a few weeks ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, he equalised in the last minute, didn't he? Got a bit emotional.
You know, you can obviously it's hard for him, and he realised that. You can tell he's a good kid. He's got a bit of arse, you know what I mean? I did actually think, you know what, kid, go on. Like, you know what I mean? I hope it works out for him, but you know, realistically speaking, he's a million fucking miles away. Do you know what I mean? He's not good enough, and when you've got lads like that to come on, or he's trying to get a goal, it's fucking hard, that.
See, that was the thing the other day. We know Beto's not the answer, and we know he's not good enough.
Yeah.
But he's about 6'5".
Yeah.
And when the other team is down to 10 men, and you put him up front with Calvert-Lewin, and just throw balls in the box, you know as well as I do, it causes fucking mayhem. It causes mayhem. The teams don't like it.
Well, it's common sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like put it up and get the the other lads to feed off the bits. You know what I mean?
That's it. Well, this is what everyone's on. Like, everyone couldn't understand. That's basic football knowledge, isn't it? You just do the teams down to 10 men. You haven't scored the goal. Throw the 2 up. See what happens. For me, the other day, with 10 men, Brentford were the better team, and that's fucking frustrating as fuck. They sat in the 2 banks of 4, like we knew they were going to. And then when they broke quick, and the passing was unreal. A team that just under pressure all game. When they had the ball, the composure was brilliant. Like, you'd think a team who didn't have the ball that much in the game, because they was down to 10 men, might be a bit rusty when they actually get the ball. They weren't. They were fucking brilliant, I thought. I think that just shows more of the positivity of Thomas Frank as well, to be honest with you. And the other side of the coin, with Sean Dyche, how negative he is. It's just...
Well, how do you see that, though, going forward? As I said before about managers, like, who would you like to see come in after him?
Are you talking realistically or like kind of dream? Right, so realistically, I think we're going to end up... If Dyche gets sacked, I think we'll end up with, like, Moyes. I think that's nailed on. But if I could dream and I could take any manager right now, it'd be Simeone. But he's not going to come here, so there's no point dreaming, is there?
Yeah. I think, I don't know.
From the outside looking in, what would you do?
I always said, like, to my mates, like, who were Blues, I always said to get Moyes back, because he knows the club inside out. He doesn't necessarily need a lot of money either, Moyes, I wouldn't say.
No. I think he's better without it.
Yeah, I think so, because if I remember right, a few players when he actually had to spend money, I don't think he done well at that. But he could just get something out of the team. I think, as I say, he knows them inside out. I think he'd do a decent job to get you back at a level where you want to be, and then, hand it over to someone who can try and move it on up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a massive process, mate. I do think, like, a lot of Everton fans, though, like, very, very impatient. Very impatient.
That's the thing, mate. I agree with you. And it's not just with managers, it's anything. I've had a little back and forth with a few fans. What I hate more than anything is, say, the first couple of minutes in a game and one of our players misplaces a pass. And the crowd, some of the crowd are on, it's not all of them, but some of them are on it straight away, like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm like, come on, give them a fucking chance, know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get on the back after 2 minutes. Just let them settle into the fucking game. We're not Liverpool, we're not fucking Arsenal, Man City. We let them fucking feel the way in.
Yeah, it's a massive process, mate, especially for where you are now. It's not going to... Listen, it was different when Ancelotti come in, because getting him and the pull he had, yeah, I understand that. He can just pull lads in just because of who he is. But, so that's different. But when you've brought in lads in the past, I don't know, like Silver or whatever like that, it takes time for the way they want to play football. And I think it's just a massive process. It doesn't instantly just happen like overnight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you mentioned Silva. Silva and Martinez are two managers I wouldn't have sacked at the times they got sacked.
Yeah.
I think they got Machiri in after the transfer window, so we couldn't have signed anyone. So then Martinez had like 3 or 4 months, and that 3 or 4 months didn't go great for him. He still got to a semi-final of an FA Cup and a semi-final of a League Cup that season. Because the league form was terrible, they got rid of him. And it was the fans' fault as well. Some of the fans were on his back. But I'd like to have gone back now and seen what he'd have done with that first big spend, because it ends up being Ronald Koeman who got it, and he signed something like fucking 27 number 10s. It was just fucking madness, know what I mean? And I'd like to have seen what Martin has done with it.
Silver, I always thought he was a decent manager. When he got him, I thought, you know what, decent manager. But then again...
But the Derby buried him, didn't it?
Yeah, but obviously the Derby's a big game, but in the sense of where you want to be, it isn't the be-all and end-all. This is the thing.
It's not. No, I agree.
You know what I mean? You can't just keep sacking.
No, you've got to take the emotion out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the Derby that he got sacked after, it was like, we got beat 5-2, didn't we?
Mm.
And I think that there was already pressure on him. Like I said, I didn't want him gone. I would love to go back and give him more time, but ultimately I don't make the decisions, do I? And then you've got, no offence to you, because I know you love him, why we ever got Benitez. This is fucking ruined us even more. I don't even know why they fucking went with that.
Mad.
It was a mad decision, it really was. Like, he come in straight away, got rid of our best creative midfielder in James Rodriguez. Now, I know he wasn't fit all the time, but if there's a player in your team who can unlock a defence with one fucking pass, it was him. Yeah. And in the same season, Sigurdsson got done.
Mm.
I'll be careful what I say here. I just say Sigurdsson got done anyway. There's your two most creative players gone out the team. And then he got rid of Luca Digne in the fucking January because he didn't like him. Why he didn't like him, I do not fucking know. And then he got sacked about a week later. He just came in and just fucking ruins everything.
Crazy, Anna. Crazy.
And apparently, listening to Brands, I think it was, he was there at the time, when he came in, he wanted to get rid of Richarlison straight away as well. And that just fucking baffles me, that one. I know people don't like Richarlison, and I know he's not world class, but for Everton, he was fucking fantastic. Yeah, so why you want to come in and get rid of him, I do not know.
I think that's just Rafa, mate. I think he's just like, it's all about attitude with him. I don't think it mattered to him. And like Richarlison, you can imagine him having just a bad attitude, can't you? You know what I mean? The way he was. And I wouldn't have got rid of him, don't get me wrong, but that's something you got to deal with as a manager. But I think Rafa...
I think you mentioned a bit of a bad attitude, and he may have, right? But and I know it shouldn't be like that, but to certain players, you've got to get away with it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It just is.
It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
That good for you. Now, I'm not saying he's that good in terms of like football, but for Everton, he was probably our best player at the time.
Yeah, it is. If you've got...
He was up and down that pitch. He was taking fucking injections the last like 5 games of that season when we stayed up against Palace, just to play, to make sure we stayed up.
Mm.
And then goes to Tottenham. I'd have him back in a heartbeat, man.
Yeah.
Tottenham weren't the place to go for, and I don't know why the fuck he went there.
Mad one, that, like.
I'll shut up about Richarlison now, he's not even had him. So, You're looking forward to the derby then?
Yeah, always look
'Cause I'm
forward
not.
to them, mate. I know you has. I do, yeah, I always look forward to it, mate. As I say, like it's as I said earlier on, mate. I'd much rather it be a derby like it was years ago, where it was all guns blazing, mate. Everyone flying into challenges. That was the proper derby days for me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to in the sense of obviously putting you to bed and let you sweat
Yeah.
at the bottom a bit more.
December's awful as well, you know. We've got
Is
Man
it?
United Sunday, then we've got Wolves, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. Be bottom of the league come the new year. It's fucking terrible. But I'm going to ask you the question here that I've asked other Everton fans, but never asked the Liverpool fan. This is, you can only win one of these games, right? The last derby at Goodison or the first derby in Everton's new grounds. Either way, you've got something over them. I know you'll probably fucking win both, but you can always have that little. You won the last derby at Goodison, or fucking hell, you won the first derby at your new ground. I know what I mean? Like, you're going to have one of them.
Goodison.
Goodison.
Yeah, definitely Goodison.
Yeah, that's the answer. I said as well. I said I'd rather win the last derby because it's snowing on good.
Yeah, but
It's fucking horrible. So it's horrible.
mate, get ready, mate. It could be a 3-0, 4-0 here, you know.
Could be more. Just depends how it fucking goes, mate. I just don't like I know we spoke about it. I just don't think there's fight in them. I need to fucking put a foot in because I think the crowd last year and being a bit more physical. I've seen like the likes of Soberslai, that I would say his name. He kind of shrunk a little bit.
Yeah. Shabazla, yeah.
Samozlai, whatever. I don't know his fucking name, but yeah. Yeah, he seemed to like bottle it a little bit last year for me. I'm not having a go at him. He's a good player. And I don't think he's experienced something like that before. And being a night game as well, it's always fucking better, isn't it? The atmosphere in a derby like that. But
Yeah,
your midfield seems sorted this year, doesn't it?
the which.
Your midfield, it just seems fucking brilliant this year, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like we played the other week, mate. I forget who it was now in Europe, Leverkusen. And it was just a professional display, mate. There was no like, we just got everything at the minute, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Just
think when
clicked
you,
on it. Clicked.
yeah, and we've got like Shabazla, who's great at the press. And then obviously we've got Jones, you can step in sometimes. He's got a little bit of jazz. I can find them little passes. And as you know, like the front, I know Jota's injured at the minute. Nunes is fucking hit and miss, more miss, but when he hits, he fucking hits, you know what I mean? And I think our fronts, there's no getting away from it. We've got the best front five in the league. You know, every team in that league would take one of our forward players, I think.
No, of course.
Even Nunes,
100%.
honestly, and yeah, so I just think.
Look, I've took the piss out of Nunes, obviously, because I'm fucking Everton fan, but I'd have him. All day.
There's a lot of teams who'd have him, mate. He's what, so, you know, to me, Nunes, he's one. I think he needs to play for a counter-attacking team, mate, because you need to expose teams with his pace. He does make runs for us, but we don't actually find them all the time. A lot of our play generally, obviously, goes through Salah. But that's where I think he'd be better going. He'd shoot Simeone or mate. He'd shoot playing for Atletico Madrid, Nunes.
Yeah, he probably would, yeah.
He'd shoot that style of play, mate.
He's a feisty footballer as well, isn't he?
He is feisty, yeah. He's someone who'd be up for the derby, do you know what I mean? Well, yeah, we'll have to see, mate. As I say to you, I don't see anything going away from that a comfortable win, because we'll have another conversation about this hopefully in the future, mate. Like just about the way footy is now and that, because me with football now, you can't even intimidate anyone now.
I know. It's horrible, isn't it?
It does my head in. Because it's
No.
like, I remember Salah having an interview with Gerrard, and Gerrard said to Salah, what games you look forward to the most? And he was saying like these, and he went, the first one I used to look at was Everton, when we playing Everton. Because Gerrard, you know, he loved the derby games.
He did, yeah.
You know what I mean? And Salah was like, in the interview, I don't like playing Everton. It's too aggressive. And the fans are too you know, aggressive and that. It's like, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So I hate that side of footballers now. A lot of footy players, to me, they're just tired.
Yeah, mate, you're totally right. And you know what? You know what else has ruined the derby? You've just reminded me there by mentioning Gerrard. You'll go into that derby with what? How many scouts is in your team now? 2, 3? We went none.
Yeah.
sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
When there's a Merseyside Derby, should have 2 or 3 Scouse lads. Fucking the battles, it just makes the battle better, doesn't it? Because they know what it means. But as bad as we are, and we can't find a fucking decent Scouser to put in our teams for it, it's horrible, mate. It's sad.
Yeah. It has changed in that sense. I mean, obviously we've got Curtis Jones and stuff, but I think, Trent jumps out of tackles every week. Trent is a great player, obviously, but he's, he walking around with little shin pads on like that. Years ago, he'd be prime fucking target, wouldn't he? See what I mean?
It would be, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's changed in that sense. I miss all that Gerrard, them big tackles, and that was what it was all about for me. But I think that's just the rules put in place now, mate. I think the rules now can't touch anyone. I watched that Tottenham City game the other day, and the ref was giving fouls, like lads putting their arm across, and it's mental.
He'd have had no chance in the day, Big Dunk, would he? If he was playing now, he'd have been off every game.
Fucking hell, I know. Imagine that. Fucking hell.
See, he weren't a local lad, but he fucking knew what it meant. The Derby. And he was injured a lot, but when he played in the Derby, he fucking caused murder.
Yeah. What he did, though, years ago, you had all the lads who were like, your team generally was made up of, obviously, Liverpool and Everton, the odd Scouser and that. English lads, Scottish lads, Irish lads, wasn't it? So as foreigners have come in, you tell them, don't you, this is what it's about. But now, most of our squads, they're just full of fun. I don't think they fully understand. And as I say, don't boring you again about the rules, but it's just changed. It's changed everything. So that feistiness, that little bit of grit and that, folding people in half, that is just gone. It's just totally gone. And that's why I felt like the last few derbies we've had, I gotta be honest with you, I thought they were boring, mate.
No, they are, but I think 8 out of 10 derbies are boring as fuck now. I really do.
Yeah, the good last few over the last few years, absolutely. I mean, even the atmosphere weren't too good. On the pitch, it was just flat.
Yeah. And this is, I'm not having a pop at Anfield here, right? But I think at Anfield are always worse because Everton don't believe they can go there and win. So the fans are on edge because the fans go there in voice, but also in the back of their head thinking, this could be a bad day. The players have got no confidence. They're just fucking open to sit it out and get a 0-0 or get beat 1.
I think that's all you can do. That I think even like Thingy spoke about that though, mate. Like at City, Pep, even as good as they are, mate. You can go to Anfield, and if you go out all guns, you can't go out all guns blazing. You know what I mean? You have got to switch on it because if you let the crowd get up or you give them any sort of, to get going, it can be detrimental. You only need that goal and then you're fucking finished.
That's it. It goes back to what we were saying before. All that needs to get that crowd going is that tackle, isn't it? That one bang just straight away. The crowd are going to go fucking nuts. I've seen in the past, one Everton player takes out a Liverpool player and puts him in the stand. It's like you've scored a goal. It's sad to say, but it is. It's like you've scored a goal. And the crowd go fucking mad. And they just don't do it no more. They can't do it no more, I know, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, I've seen a little... Sorry, I'll let you go in a minute. I've seen a little conversation on a guy there. I think it was like Rory Jennings. He can be a bit of a knob sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But he was saying about keeping... I don't know if you've seen it. Like every club has like their main stand. Like you've got the Cop and we've got like the Gladys Street and so on and so the Stretford End, so on and so on. He was talking about keeping them stands specifically for locals and not letting foreigners in them. I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that something you go for, or?
Yeah, I think every ground, I suppose, have their main stand, don't they, where the atmosphere is always being generated from. Obviously, Liverpool Cup. I understand, as a fan, you'd want to
experience
that. I understand that. I think it should be ideally. It's really hard on this, right? Because there's lads.
He was saying it from an atmosphere point of view. He was saying it's a better atmosphere if you just keep it to the locals who'll go in and sing and there's more passion in them than a tourist who's taking photos and
Yeah, because
whatever.
you see all the time now at Anfield, you know, you have lads asking questions after the game, and a lot of these fans, they don't even know half the players are, never mind the fucking song. So,
I know.
you know, it's a lot of where I sit, the lads who've always started off the singing, they're all Scousers. But we do have lads who sit around us who are from Yorkshire, whatever, wherever they're from, down south. And yeah, the sound. But what specifically where I sit, I know a few lads who sit in other blocks. We have lads from all over the world who sit by us, and they just fucking honestly, they just stand there with their iPads or whatever they have. They haven't got a clue. Like you know, loads of swag from the souvenir shop. You know, fucking hot dogs, fucking.
That's why they're there, don't they? Because they buy the swag in the souvenir shop, and
I,
that's
I,
why
I,
they're
I,
there.
oh, it's totally, and I understand that from obviously a business perspective of how FSG see it. That you know, that's how you generate money, brings money into the city. Totally understand that, but you've got to restrict it in a sense of they've got to look at it in a sense of right. It's like the other day when we played Brighton. I've been moaning about it for weeks. When we played Brighton, I was like that, fucking screaming, shouting, all that, and then obviously that gets other lads going, and everyone just started, and it was brilliant. But that was honest to God, that was the first time where I normally have loads of lads from all over the planet sitting by me. There were loads of Scousers. It was mad. So that's why I put a video out and went, fucking hell, FSG have been listening to my fucking videos.
I think they have, though.
FSG and any of the supporters clubs, which I'm sure they'll understand, is that's where we generate the biggest part of the. I know the rest of the ground sing, but the cop is where it happens, and
Yeah.
that's where it should be. And yeah, just get loads of Scousers in there basically, because they're the ones who get a little bit leery. They're the
Yeah,
ones who,
exactly.
and sorry, as I said before about the Brighton, because we were all got it going, mates. We forced the team to press.
Exactly.
Slot come out and said after the game, he went, so he started pressing, and he went, yeah, I do like the team to press. But I thought, that weren't you made them press, mate. That was the crowd.
Yeah.
They just fed off what we were, you know, we were like, fucking go, go, go. And he went for it, and it was brilliant. And that's why I said about like the fans, obviously understand that you pay your money in. It's your job also to get the players going.
It
You know,
is. It
and
is.
and that's why I always used to like have a little go with some of my blue mates, because I used to say, you know, when they're booing or whatever they do and all that. I know it's frustrating. We all love our footy. We all want to win. But you've got to just fucking get in there and sing. It is what it is. You're getting beat, whatever it is. It's the only way. Imagine, you know, Everton aren't doing too well at the minute, or Ashley Young, you know, I know there's a few people who moan about him and whatever, whatever. But if you just sing the fucking name and try and get them going, it might just give them an extra yard now and then. And that's all that really matters, you know.
Listen, I'm not going to act like an angel here, like I haven't fucking had to go plays. I
Yeah.
have.
Oh, no, yeah.
I know more than most that the fans can win a game for the team. Now, I'm saying that because of the relegation battles we've been in. I feel like the fans have won a lot of them games for us. I really do. Just by, like you said, getting up for it. And it fills the players with that adrenaline sometimes, doesn't it? You hear that noise, the hairs on the back of the neck stand up, as they say, and they do start fucking pressing more. It does give them that adrenaline, but when you're flat and then a misplaced pass happens, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then that feeds into them as well. It works both ways.
Yeah. That's why I've never understood why, you know, you pay your money to get in, you're paying whatever you pay, season ticket holder, whatever you know, get in there and open your fucking mouth and get them going. You get beat, you get beat. There's nothing you can fucking do. At least you've done your part. You know what I mean?
That's why I hate Sunday games, though, mate, because
Yeah, then also.
it's not all the time, but a lot of people go out Saturday night, don't they? And they're not up for it, are they?
I understand that, like, you know what I mean? And that, yeah, but that's like another fucking thing, and you know, obviously with the kickoffs you saying before, it's all dictated by Sky, and ideally, mate, in an ideal world, we'd all have them 3 bell on a Saturday. You know what I mean?
I know it's not the way of it. It's never going to be the way of it again, but I don't know. Something's got to be figured out, and they've got somewhere. I'm worried about the atmosphere going into a new stadium, by the way, because you're splitting fans up, aren't you? Who are normally all by each other. So I'm worried about getting that fucking atmosphere. Like, I hope they can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you
I'm
think of it?
sure the atmosphere will be decent at Goodison, mate. I just don't think it'll fucking help.
No, I don't, because I think I seen what's his name, Ben Foster, a few years ago say this. He said, when you go to Goodison, he said, it's one of the most intimidating places
Yeah,
unless you score first.
yeah,
He says, if you can score first, you shut them up and they start getting frustrated. He said, because they have high expectations. And I don't know why we have expectations lately, but we do. But once the other team score, I agree with him, we do go a little bit flat. And that's something for us to work on, as you said. That's the fans' fault as well, isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, if Liverpool score first and we've been in the game, I don't think it'll affect it too much when you've got Brentford at home or fucking whoever, a mid-table team, and they score first. It does kill it.
Yeah, that's like when we played Forest the other week, though. Well, good few weeks ago now, and that was why I got on and put a rant on TikTok, because honest to God, mate, oh my God, they scored Forest, and honestly, the place was dead, and I'm
It's
screaming
horrible, isn't it?
oh my God, and I'm screaming by myself, and I thought it's like even the fans now, just it's like they think it's like FIFA. Do you know what I mean? Like a game of FIFA, and everything should be handed to them. You know what I mean? It's like no, that's why I was moaning. I was like, years ago, if anybody scored first at Anfield years back, the first thing we'd do would be start singing Liverpool straight away,
Yeah, yeah.
because you want to get back into the game. You know, sing everyone's name. Like it really, it does matter. Like and it's not really, as I say, it's not really spoken about too much, but it does matter. Imagine you being on the pitch and you know they're singing your name constantly, and the crowd's getting fucking. You're gonna get up for it. Like it's just natural.
You're
You
going to want
know,
to run through a brick wall for them, aren't
it is like you know. Um,
you? Yeah.
but yeah,
How do you think, right? I think because of where you are, how well you're doing in the league and Champions League, it won't be that much of a problem. But you know, you say you were like, you'd won half your games, lost half your games in the Champions League, and you were sitting about fifth or sixth in the Premier League. What type of reception do you think Salah gets after that interview today?
be a lot worse. Like
See, I think he's getting away with it because of how good he's at the moment, and there's no real crack showing or nothing. So the fans are just good. They're going to just kind of leave him. But I think if he's about fifth in the league, I think he might get a bit of fucking. And it's not just him; it's his agent, isn't it?
yeah, the agents as well. You know, I was listening to a bit of it this morning. Like, and you know, I do. Carragher's getting a lot of stick for what he said. I agree with Carragher to a degree, and I think just be quiet. You know, it's like them saying he's never been he's more out than in and all this. It's like, well, he will have been offered something. I fucking guarantee he will have been offered something, but he just wants more, doesn't he? See, once all these agents involved now, it's a different ball game now, and they'll be saying what they want. You know, and you got to look at it also. He's coming up to 33 years old. I know he's scoring goals. I know he's a great player, but the way FSG work, they're probably looking at it and thinking, you know what? Why would we want to give a 33-year-old 400 grand a week? You know, it's a lot of money. And you could bring in, when you compare it to Diaz, is on apparently 50 grand a week. You could bring a couple more Diaz's in. See, you know, it's you can't
See
hang
that
on
that
to you can't hang on to Salah forever. You know what I mean? It's I'm not. Listen, mate, I've been on here and I've slagged Salah. He's not one of my favourite players. I got to be honest with you. I know that sounds crazy. He's, you know,
you
one thing
understand what you're saying. Numbers wise, you can't argue with him, but
no,
performance wise during the whole game, I understand what you're saying.
yeah, it's like we played Southampton the other day, and I'm sitting there, and it was a fucking nap. You know, he's done nothing, and he'll score, and then he obviously gets the pen. You know, And he's done that all season. People say he's irreplaceable. I totally disagree with that. Everyone is replaceable. You know, it just means, you know, all right, he scores whatever he scores. Say he finishes up 20 odd goals. The goals will end up getting shared out throughout the team if he left you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's our whole play is to. It's like Southampton play pretty deep. As soon as they make that step out, that's it. Then it's like he done it against Brighton. If you can find them quick balls into that space to expose the team with his pace, he's in on goal. He's going to score. So it's very hard to play against Liverpool when you know you've got that raw pace that can get him behind. The Salah conversation, mate, so like, fucking hell, I'm sick of arguing with people on here, to be honest with you. It's very hard trying to, you know, like, people say to me, he's the best winger. I'm like, no, it's Barnes. And they go, well, Barnes is a left winger. I'm like, yeah, I know he's a left winger, but if you played in modern day football today, he would be playing on the right hand side and cutting in on his left, because that's what is expected of a winger today. But they don't get that.
Well, they're going to, though, aren't they? Because they've just been spoiled and grew up with the success, haven't they, really?
Yeah, I just don't think young kids now watching footy, they just don't understand what footy once was. Footy was
No,
so
they don't.
different.
They don't.
It was so different. And yeah, I say to people, oh, you know, like, not just Salah, every player, you know, it's you can't touch anyone anymore. So when he's running, years ago, you would intimidate someone like Salah. So imagine that, like the interview I said to you earlier about Gerrard and Salah, and he's saying, I don't like it at Everton because it's aggressive. If you go back to the 1990s, you put him in the fucking stand, you know what I mean?
100% straight away.
You know, yeah, and I'd like to see, that's what I'm saying, not just Salah, there's loads of them out there. Like that Toffee for City, he's shite. And I'd love to see them play in that era. I'd love to see it. Because I don't think they do. You think of what, not to compare to Maradona, he was a different level altogether, but when you think of players like him, mate, he used to get the shite kicked out of him.
Keep going.
You know what I mean? And these now, they push. Salah pushed someone on the chest the other week and Nunes ran in. And all the kids are like, that's going off. And you're like, it's just fucking tart. You know what I mean?
We've been in games where punches are getting thrown and everything, and then yeah. So do you think Salah's going to be all right then? Yeah.
As far as
Fans,
staying.
the fans.
Yeah, they all love him, mate. I mean, when I talk like I don't like. Obviously, I like him. He scores goals. He hits the back of the net. I've always said, to me, he's just a great goal scorer. He's not a great player for me. There's many more legends of Liverpool I can think of who were better than him.
I fully understand what you're saying. I do. I mean, I wouldn't pass up the chance of a Mo Salah, of course, but
Yeah.
but he's a numbers player, isn't he? That's basically what you're saying, isn't he? His numbers are fantastic, but for 70 minutes in a game, you might not be there.
No, it's that's great. You know, every team needs that, and I don't disagree with the shouts when people say, yeah, he's got the numbers. I totally understand that. That's great. But his general play, a lot of the time, it's poor, and a lot of people will be like, "Fuck." I'm telling you now. I got obviously watching week in week out. It's very, very poor. You know, but he gets the goals, and you can't. You know what I mean? You can't ask for any more, can you? You know,
No.
if you look at Diaz, Diaz is the one who will go at you 1v1. He's always looking to turn you inside out.
He's who worries me the most going into a derby with Ashley Young right back.
Yeah.
He's like my biggest worry.
Well, I mean, yeah, your common sense obviously tells you, you know, he'd be a target, wouldn't he, Young? You'd target him all day, wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah.
So that will be a big problem. And Diaz is, I mean, I've seen him skin Kyle Walker, do you know what I mean? And, you know, he will go at you, no doubt about it. And I love players like that. I think there's a lack of that now. I think that for the football we have nowadays, where you are protected in a sense, you only get such. There's not many dribblers in the game now. I don't think there's lads who are just getting on the ball and going past a few. and that's why I like Diaz. Really like
It's
him.
more frustrating when someone's got a 1v1 on the wing and they turn back. I'm like,
Oh,
come on, believe in yourself, mate. Go
yeah,
at him.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they're terrified now, aren't they? These teams, they're terrified to lose the ball, and it's become this thing of you see it now right through the leagues, right down to even the I call it the Vauxhall Conference. I don't even know what it's fucking called now.
I'm the same. I call it that.
But it goes right down that far where it's all this tippy tappy shite, and they're terrified of losing the ball.
So
Well, yeah.
anyway, we've gone on that. We've gone an hour here.
Have we? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you. Right, obviously you've given me your score. You reckon it's going to be 3-4. Yeah. First goal,
Diaz,
Diaz.
because he'll try, he'll fucking.
He will. And the worry, like I said, is it's not the fact that he can't skin him. It's Ashley Young will throw a stupid tackle in, and he's my worry because he's a red card waiting to happen, especially up against the Diaz. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try and have a bit of hope here. I'm just going to say Calvert-Lewin only because if you can stay away from your two centre halves and sit on your left back or your right back at the back posts, I feel like he wins most of them. I feel like every header he's going to win most of them, and I think that's been our tactic a lot. When Robertson's played, he's always stood on him because he's bigger than him. He jump higher than him, and he'll beat him in the air. And Trent's also on the inside, not the best in the air. So if I was used, I'd try and. That's the only thing I'd worry about. Like them balls going in back
Yeah, I think
posts.
so. I think as long as you get a cross in, bob on like that on Lewin's head, he's dangerous, isn't he? He showed that.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be more to the back posts, though. If they're going in centrally, he's not going to fucking be beating Van Dijk and Canate, is he?
Yeah, I think it's very hard. I think even if you were looking for Lewin to hold it up, I think at the minute, mate, honest to God, I don't know if you see him up to Canate at the minute, but I'm not messing. Van Dijk is literally, he's not even doing anything because Canate is just bossing it, mate. He's an absolute animal.
Do you know Canate? He's out of contract soon, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
No, I've seen some Liverpool fans saying it's funny. It's funny how the players whose contracts are coming up with the ones who are starting to play really well now, like the likes of Salah, who plays well anyway, but Canate and whoever else it is. I don't know who he's talking about. I'm not read, obviously, but there's a few players whose contracts are coming up and they seem to be performing a lot better than they were last season. I'm just wondering if that was the. Do you think that's the case with Canate?
I've got to be honest with you, mate. I didn't. I've not heard nothing about his contract situation. I've got to be honest with you. So, but even last year, he was in and out. He's always like had little niggles and stuff like that. He's always been in and out really. But this season, Slotter's just put him right in. He's played most of the games, but he showed last season as well, mate. You can't get past him. You just can't get. To be honest, the first person I've seen get past him was the lad, forget his name now, for Southampton the weekend. He megged Canate. Canate caught him up, put his hand on him a bit, and he took a dive wearing a pen like. But he's the only lad I've seen, and he's really, really tough to get past, mate. And his timing of his tackles as well. He's just bob on, mate.
All right, I've got out about all your fucking superstars now. I've got to watch fucking Ashley Young here. I shouldn't be slating them, should I? You probably have a fucking belter game only. But yeah, I'll let you go then, mate. But thanks very much for your time. I do appreciate that.